Dropped frames detected. Alright, looks like the stream is just reconnecting. That's fine. No big deal. We're going to call the game Total Biscart. Total Biscart, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, here we go. On the Biscuit Engine 1.8. Slight updates. We could put open world racing in here. Now, I think I've researched marketing now, haven't I? Or did I actually research that? Alright, story and quests, really not that important at all. We're going to have good gameplay, really powerful engine. It's designed for a gamepad. We're going to put cutscenes in the game as well. I'm not sure we should put joystick on there. I assume joystick really only works for PC. It doesn't really explain that. I'm going to put it in there anyway. It's only an additional 5K development. So, in the meantime, I don't think I can mark it. That sucks. I haven't researched marketing yet. Alright, we're just going to have to rely on this one selling well. Ah, damn it. The trend's just finished. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, better AI, better dialogues. Let's crank that up. We're going to down with the dialogues here. Mostly on the level design. We want really good tracks. Oh, man. There's been a custard creaming fan game, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Alright, should we allow the custard creaming fan game to continue? Our lawyers are advising us that we shouldn't. But there is now a fan game of the custard creaming. We gotta let them. We gotta let them. We're not assholes. I'm gonna let it happen. We are not EA. Alright, more development. Let's ramp those graphics up. World design, not so important. More sound. We can actually add open world there. I'm not sure if it even does anything. I assume it just buffs the world design. So, there we go. We're putting, this is an open world racer called Total Biscart. Let's see where this goes. Hi, I'm Denise Reed, the main developer of the custard creaming fan game. I've recently been informed that your legal department has advised you to stop us, and I just wanted to say that I'm very grateful you didn't. The cynical bit is the best company in the world. I'm glad to be part of the fan community. We have gained 354 fans. There we go. It's looking to be a good game. Look at the tech on this thing. Our tech rating's really high. Let's polish this thing. And then we can look for research into some other stuff. There we go. Text on 40. Stop introducing bugs. I keep bugging the game and she has to keep fixing it. Alright. It's a new technology record here. New topic, new combo. Our open world racing game is here. Let's see if it does well. Reviews for Total Biscart. Solid 9s. There we go. Look at that. See? I'm the best game developer. Focusing on the engine and a racing game. A little bit of advice for future people. Yes, you should do that. Good engine. Excellent. Let's see how well it sells, if at all. It's selling alright. It's not bad. It's no poker biscuit, but it's pretty close. This is definitely going to make some money back for us. Alright, I think you need to go on vacation, because his efficiency is going pretty low. In the meantime, let's try and do a little bit of contract work. Something a little bit basic. We should do something that's design-focused, actually, if there is anything. Yeah, we could probably do that. There we go. Let's do a little bit of character design. We should be able to do that in time, I hope. There we go. Total Biscart on the other time. Looks like it's going over 100,000. Maybe close. Total Biscart did pretty well. That's what we like to see. Got a little bit of cash from that. Alright, we have 43 research points. We've got to be pretty careful with how we actually use these. Marketing is 40 research points. It's actually pretty important that we go for that, because that is going to allow us to spend our money to really get things going. Medium games. Now, if we research medium games, that actually unlocks the publisher option. So you can make it a larger game. Make it on your own is not a good idea without a publisher. It's very expensive, difficult to sell. We could start to take publisher contracts. The reason this is good is because it It doesn't make you a lot of money because they steal most of it, but you get a much higher fan rating because you're able to sell games to more people. So I think maybe we need to look into medium-sized games. In the meantime, there's other stuff that we can do. We can have our guys train. His technology rating is currently ridiculously good. I'm thinking that I would like him to be faster, so I'm going to research Don't Repeat Yourself. I'm going to train him in that. In the meantime, she can research something design-related. Don't have the research points for marketing right now. I could start to research 3D graphics, so she can work on that. But yeah, it would be nice to maybe get some publisher stuff going on. Can't stay indie forever. Well, maybe you can, but not in this environment. There we go. We are now able to take publishing contracts. This means we can make bigger games. And we can hopefully build some fans now as a result of that. 105,000 units for Total Biscart. Very successful. That's what we like to see. She needs a vacation. Off you go. Currently on 13 research points. I want to increase his speed. That's what we like to see. There you go. Upgrade that. $80,000 a month is the current cost of running this studio. Expensive. We don't need more staff. It's a bad idea. Like, we're currently breaking even. Unless I'm making a profit, I can't really get more staff. I've been sitting around 5 million for the last X number of days. Alright. Let's find a publishing deal. A mature audience time travel strategy game for the... Why would they ask for that? That's a terrible idea. No one is going to buy that. A time traveling strategy game aimed at a mature audience for the Game Boy. We've got to make that. In fact, there's nothing else I can really do. Or I could make any topic simulation for Low Wood Productions instead of Joe Wood. 14% royalties. That's pretty good, but I've got to get an 8 on it. I don't know, man. I'm consistently getting 8s. I could probably make that happen. It's 14% royalties. It's not bad. Alternatively, we can make the time travel strategy game. No one is going to play that. It would be ridiculous to make that game. It's so stupid. We're going to make a sim. I think I can get away with a sim. A racing sim, maybe. On that would work pretty well. I think we can make that. I think we can do the 8s. If we don't hit the 8s, by the way, we're penalized $250,000. Alright, we're making... I'm gonna make it E for everyone, I think. Make it a young audience doesn't make a lot of sense. I think we make a racing sim. Did we just make a racing sim, or was it a racing action game we made last time? It is Total Biscart. What's the name of that one? What's the name of the Simmy Need for Speed game? Oh, you know what? We'll just call it Need for Biscuit. Need for Biscuit. I think we can make this happen. I really do. I have confidence in this product. She's on holiday. She needs to actually get back here. I probably shouldn't have started this with one of my devs on holiday. Alright, now, in this case, what you can actually do is assign different developers to different things on a larger scale project, which is always good. We don't need a joystick for that. So what I can do is I could assign my tech guy to the tech-related stuff, so there you go. You can work on the engine. And we're going to have Esther work primarily on the story and the quests, and I'm going to work on the gameplay. That makes sense. Now, the hope is that this does well so that we earn some fans. Alright, she's going to be back in a second, and then she can actually work on it. Engine's currently being developed right now. This takes a little bit longer, as you can imagine. It's a bigger project. Need to start building up those scores. Alright. Level design. Esther's going to work on that. Actually, Esther should really work on dialogues. Whereas Mike can work on AI, and I will work on level design. We're going to pull dialogues down even further. Level design, just so much more important. Maybe we just buff the AI up a little bit there as well. I'm not liking these scores so far. We need better design, better tech in this thing. And here is the SNES. That is coming out right now, which is handily enough already in the corner. This is going alright. We're getting the tech up. That's good. Open world once again, I think. Alright. World design will be done by Esther. There you go. I will work on the graphics, and Mike can work on the sound. I think we'll pull the graphics down a bit. Focus a little bit more on world design. There we go. Let's see how this goes. I need this to be rated well. If it's not, then we're going to be in big trouble. Alright, we'll finish the bugs and we'll polish things up a little bit. I think we're going to get the best tech rating we've ever had on this one once we fix the bugs, so that's always good. We can polish it. More polish. I'm glad the publisher isn't pressing me for release here. I'm down to $4 million. I spent $1 million while developing this game, so this better work out well. Now, bear in mind, you don't make a lot of money on published stuff because you don't really make that many royalties. So, let's see if Need for Biscuit is good enough. That's a new record on technical expertise there. Let's see how well it does. Lots of leveling up. We actually hit level 4 in 2D graphics. Always good. Alright, let's see how it goes. We released this on the day of the Super Nintendo release. This was the worst idea ever. Come on, 8s! Yes! Okay. Come on, 8s. I hate you. Come on. Don't close the studio because of you. Yes! Come on, one more. One more. One more. I think that... Is that enough? If they penalize me for having a 1-7, then I will be seriously upset. As you can see, Need for Biscuit is selling pretty well. Oh, come on! Come on! Look at that. You see that bullshit? This is why Metacritic is bad. 1-7. Just one, and I get charged $250,000. Dicks. Way beyond expected numbers. We sold over 500,000 copies in 2 months of a racing simulator on the Game Boy. That is, God, below expectations, my ass. Look at the sales, and look at the fans we're getting from this as well. We're going to go over 1 million copies with Need for Biscuit here by the looks of it. It's getting pretty close. It's pretty close. Are we going to get 1 million? We should actually do something while we're waiting for that, because this is otherwise a waste of time. Let's do a little bit of contract work. That got us a lot of research, which is always nice. Yeah, I think we could pull that off. Can we do that in 3 weeks? Let's find out. 1 million copies of Need for Biscuit sold! Way below expectations, my ass. Look at that. Look at that nonsense. Well, I guess we're not fast enough to make that contract. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. We got a little bit more research out of it. That's always good. Let's take something that's a little bit easier. But you don't make a lot of money that way. I made a profit, but not by much. I had to sell over 1.2 million copies of a game just to make about $1 million. Not so good. Not so great. Alright, nice bit of contract work. Got us some research points here as well. Let's see if there's any more that's doable. Yep, this is totally doable. Yeah, that publisher is Squeenix. There's no question. Way below expectations. Good lord. Ah, the play system. Yes. We need to start developing for the next gen, actually. I want to put some serious research into something heavy. Should we go 3D? I mean, it's getting to the point where I think we're going to need to start developing 3D. I don't think we can keep making 2D games. Alright. Well, we already have basic 3D, but we haven't gone any further than that. We should really research marketing, actually. I'm going to have my guy research marketing. I already have 3D. I could make basic 3D stuff. Alright, in the meantime, let's get some training done. Game design for pirates. There you go. And you can train in speed. I just want you to be able to code quicker. maybe we then look for a couple more genres. Alright, the NES has gone off the market. 1.3 million copies. You can't complain. I made $2 million off that. That was a good game. We did well. Way below expectations, my arse. Let's get some new topics. Vocabulary game. That sounds exciting. Yeah. That would be pretty bad. Maybe, I think we hire a new staff member now. We're actually in profit, so I think we're going to filter out. We're going to spend... Let's spend 300,000 on trying to find a new person. Let's have a look. Who we got? Complex algorithms, game demo. I want someone who's kind of down the middle. Gonna have them make me a game demo. Let's research one more topic. Fashion. No. There are no females playing games yet, so let's make a fantasy game. We could make the first 3D fantasy game. That might work. Fantasy RPG. It works. Alright, who we got? Nicholas Gill. It's kind of middle of the road. Jaden Brewer. All these guys kind of suck, really. I think probably Nicholas Gill's the best option. Kind of middle of the road programmer. That's okay. That's not too bad. There you go. Some staff welcome training. Ah. Invest in security. Absolutely. Mike Brash is going to code some new security. We don't want our stuff stolen. That would be an awful Valve situation, really. We can do one more bit of training for her, I think. Let's keep training in design. Wow, someone just pointed out I could make Typing of the Dead. Yeah, you're right, I could. NES, can't develop for it anymore. I think we ever did we? We developed most of it for the Game Boy, so... Game Boy is still around. Gonna have to look at these platforms. So I want to try and develop something for these new platforms. The SNES is out, as is... Do we need to up the engine? I think we need 3D capability in our new engine, actually. We'll add a level editor in there as well. So, this is Biscuit Engine 2.0. It's going to cost us a lot of money to make, but we get 3D capability and we start to prepare ourselves for the next generation. Okay, here we go. Very nice. This shouldn't take too long to research at all. Mike Brash is being lazy. Yeah, a lot of these guys are actually based on real programmers. There is a Carmack in the game. I'm pretty sure there's a Newell as well. Mike Brash is based on Mike Abrash, who is a Valve programmer. Biscuit Engine 2.0 is done. I think Mike Brash needs to go on vacation, and then we need to start to work on our 3D fantasy RPG. In the meantime, let's do a little bit of contract work. Logo animation, nice and easy. Monthly cost of almost $100,000. You can see how quickly our money disappeared there to keep the studio open, so we're going to need to be making a new game fairly shortly. Everyone seems to be running at good efficiency. That's good. 31,000 in the account. Alright. It's time. Now we can market. So, we're going to try and make a 3D fantasy RPG, and we're going to throw a lot of money behind the marketing. A lot of money. Could even try to develop a medium-sized game. It's tricky without a publisher, though. Should we take a risk? Should we try and make a medium-sized game on our own, not published, with tons of marketing behind it? Shall we do it? I think we've got the money for that. This could be the greatest thing we ever made. Alternatively, it could be the worst disaster this company has ever suffered. We're doing it. We're going publisherless. Screw EA. We're going to make the Elder Biscuit. It is a mature fantasy RPG. What are we going to make it for? Currently, the PC's market share is climbing up quite nicely, as you can see. We could make this for PC. We could make this for PC. Or we could make it for the Super Nintendo. You seriously think we could sell enough copies to make this worthwhile on the PC? Let me say this. If I put $2 million of marketing behind this, I need to sell like $3 million on PC to make this work. PC Gaming Master Race all the way on Biscuit Engine 2.0, a 3D fantasy RPG. Man, if we screw this up... Okay, we can now market. I could go for a full-on global marketing campaign. 2 million. Exclusive reviews, behind-the-scenes reports, TV trailers. This Yes, large marketing campaign. Here we go. This is gonna be terrible. Oh, man. Full-on support for everything. Good questing. We can... Let's knock the gameplay down a little bit. Want story focus. Okay, who's working on what? Alright, Mike Brash is going to work on the engine. Yep, he's already... Oh, that's already configured. Okay. That's fine, then.